guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. Is that called a metronome? Is that what my head is doing right now? It's like a metronome. Anyway, I haven't done a book review for a while, but I really feel like it's important for me to talk about this book. So the book that I'm going to be reviewing is called, and I have it here on my phone, is called The Mourning Hours by Paula. And I do not have a copy of the book because I listened to it on Audible. I think I actually bought it on a sale, and I don't know if I did or not. But anyway, let me just tell you. So you guys know I just started giving ratings to books. If I was going to rate this book out of 5, I would give it like fantastical 50. I mean, this book blew my socks off, all right? Now, let me just tell you, I do not say this very often about a book, okay? Like, it's very rare that I say this about a book. But while I was listening to this book, what is this? While I was listening to this book, I was actually thinking to myself, I wish I had written this book. I mean, you guys, I don't even know what to say I don't know how to say enough good things about this book. But you know, like when they say, like, oh, it's the next Gone Girl, or it's like the next, like, Girl on the Train, or like the next Harry Potter. It's always the next something. And like I said in a previous video when I was listening to this book, I was like, it really is like the next Girl on the Train and the next Gone Girl. Okay, now that I have finished this book, The Mourning Hours by Pamela, which is actually, I think it came out like 2 years ago. And then she has a new book out called The Drowning Girls. It is actually like a new like genre of its own. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, but please hold because I'm really parched. I don't even know how to explain what this book is like or what it does. It is just so beautiful. So it's about this girl named Kirsten, and she is like 4th grade. Okay, no, it's flash forward. She's like in graduate school, and some tragedy has occurred in her family, and so she's coming home from California. I think she goes to Berkeley to come back, and she's like talking, and she's like, it's a reminder of like the tragedy that happened when she was younger. So it flashes back, and you're all of a sudden, and she's like in 4th or 5th grade, I think. And you're back to where she was in her hometown of this small town in Wisconsin. She lives on a farm with her parents. Her dad is like a cow farmer that like for milking cows. I don't know what that's called because my aunt and uncle had steer, and that was for meat, I think, so that's totally different. But anyway, because my aunt and uncle had a farm when I was growing up, and I would go spend summers with them. It was so funny listening to this book. Like, I totally thought of like their land, and my uncle's mother lived like in the farmhouse down the street. It's very similar. And she totally captures farm life and small town living and everything, and the hypocrisy that goes along with those people in those towns sometimes, and the rumor mill. And I mean, this book, number one, is so beautifully written. Lyrical at times, okay? I mean, when we talk about literary fiction, it absolutely is literary fiction plus some. Okay, then weave through there this tragedy that occurs to this family that really kind of like, you have no idea where it's going, and I don't want to spoil the book. So like, but it like interweaves throughout the entire family. And then it's all as a result of this mystery that really lasts throughout the whole book. Because like on page 1, Kirsten like introduces this like tragedy or mystery that happened, but you know you're not going to find out what it is for a while. I mean, this woman who wrote this book, the author, Paula, I mean, is an incredible storyteller and also an incredible writer. It was so beautiful. I think you guys should go get it today. And actually, just somebody texted or messaged me on Twitter and was like, I'm at the library. Do you have any book suggestions? And I was like, The Mourning Hours by Paula. I mean, it is so incredible. Like, literally, I'm listening to the Last Star by Rick Yancey to finish out the Fifth Wave series, and I'm like, ugh. And I know that her book is on Audible, and I'm like wanting to go get her new book, The Drowning Girls, because it was just like, I'm like so ready. I mean, I literally listened to this book in 2 days, you guys. I could not put it down. And then wanted to go buy the hardback copy, so I had a copy at home so I could lend it out to people because it's so incredible. Did you get that? It is so incredible. This is hands down the best book that I have read in 2016 is The Mourning Hours. And I don't want to tell you a whole lot, but I will say this. the descriptions that she gives of the time period, which is really when I would have been kind of in high school around that time. I mean, she's very good with like the clothes and the music and the food. And like there's scenes where she's like looking out the bedroom window at the snow and like the way she describes it. And the aunt making coffee in the kitchen for like all these people that are there. And just like her brother's like wrestling career and like the smells of their house. I mean, she is so, she is like the writer that shows, not tells, to perfection, okay? There are two things if you read this book, I want you to remember. Number one is the way that she uses the title of the book and weaves it into the meaning of the whole entirety of what's going on. Because I love when authors use titles, and I also love when authors like do dual meanings, like the mourning hours, but also like the mourning, like grieving hours. So she does that, which is incredible. And the other thing is, she weaves this idea of corn growing through the entire novel, and I don't want to say anything more than that, but just remember as you're reading it, like the idea of living on a farm and the purpose of living on a farm, and this is what really makes it literary fiction. And the whole idea of farm life and growth and birth and death and things like that, she weaves all of that throughout the entire story. So much so that in the last words, you get it, but you don't even get it until it's finally over. I was blown away. I actually didn't even know anything about this book. I wasn't planning on reading it. It was just like I had it on my Audible library, and I was like, well, I guess I'll listen to this. I am so happy I did. Hands down, the best book that I have read of 2016. So go get it. It's called The Mourning Hours by Pamela Truck to Board. All right? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.